Guys,
Hey! Hello.
it's Monday. We've just done sprint planning with Icy. What are we doing this week, Jack?
Yeah, so I'm very quickly going to wrap up the medieval DLC, and then I'm going to jump on to finishing up some Skyset assets that need fixes that I'm not going to throw them in the game. I think I'm going to be helping Lee out a little bit as well with getting the Kickstarter page all polished up and nice.
Yeah, goal for me. So we've got 4 weeks until the demo is live. So I'll be working on that. Mainly getting the tutorial sorted out though this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing late?
Yeah, so for me, obviously Kickstarter page is going live this week. That's been approved over the weekend, so I'll be doing a big announcement post with that. But before that, there's one final change to make to the trailer, because that's going live everywhere as well, so I'm going to get that corrected. And then a bit of QA for the medieval pack, and then, as Jack said, back onto the Kickstarter page, just sort of getting all that polished and looking nice.
Yeah, okay, so I've been working on the tutorial pretty much all this week. I think that's the plan. There's a lot more we want to do with it. Can just skip right through it. You see the new UI we've got for it, which I've been working on last week. It's looking really good. And then the big thing I've been working on today is the next step, where you are introduced to your first Sky Island creature. So I've been working on a system that lets the camera zoom in and out. And we've got this arrow thing here as well. So this arrow points to the bush, so the bush is randomized, whichever one it is, and as you approach it progresses to the next stage of the tutorial, but a little cutscene plays, and the cutscene is basically just like the bush does a different animation, and then the camera zooms in, and then a Shelly spawns. There we go. So yeah, that's just been my day. Just for those 3 seconds. So that's great. But yeah, it's looking really good, and hopefully we're going to be doing lots of things like that throughout the trailer. And yeah, look how happy he is. Yeah, so still been working on tutorial stuff today. Some quite unique stuff though today. Yes, you'll notice the Skype here isn't here. That's because some of the assets in the game you build from the get-go. We don't have an asset for the broken island, but imagine there's an island there. And then you interact with this sign a few times. And then there's a pier just built, and then the Athena comes around the corner and stuff. So there are 4 assets that you can do this with. The house, we don't have a house broken asset at the moment. Jack's in progress with that as well. So I just flip the house upside down, and then you build on that. Hey, house is the right way up. And then we've got this bridge, which stops you from being able to cross. The tutorial's quite big, isn't it? I might need to make that smaller. But yeah, once you've done the tutorial, you'll be able to build the bridge, and then you can cross the bridge, and then we've got the last asset. Yeah, and then we've got this little bridge as well, which is just locking off this area. Bridge, staircase. Hey, and then you can get up here fine.
Today's been 2 tasks. The first one was getting the vlog done. It was pushed back till today. Jesse was doing Kickstarter stuff with Jack. But other than that, it's been QA testing the medieval book, you can see here. So I'm going through testing all these levels. There's been some minor changes here and there, nothing too major. And there's only 7 levels left to do there as well. So I'll finish up tomorrow because it's getting quite late now. But yeah, quite important to get this done because it's getting close to release date, and when you get the achievements done and everything tomorrow as well. So yeah, be finishing this up and then continue from there.
Okay, so it's been a different kind of week for me, like I said at the start. So I'm going to be working on a lot of Kickstarter assets and making a few tweaks here to Skystead assets just to make sure they're all polished up and nice. So yesterday I did a lot of work on the Kickstarter stuff. There's still some stuff that's in the works at the minute, so I won't show that off just yet, but I am doing, I've made this sort of a banner that we can use for various different types of assets on the Kickstarter page, and I'm actually quite happy with it, and it looks really nice. Definitely fits more of the style that we want to go for, and you can see our little slime boy up here on top of this floating island. So I think for the rest of these, I'm going to try to change them up. I don't want all the banners to look exactly the same, so I'm going to tweak up some of the foliage here and add in different notches, and maybe switch out the slime boy for maybe the grumble. So I think little things like that. But I'm going to get onto this a little bit later in the afternoon, and right now I'm going to make my way through some tweaks for the Skystar assets. You can see here that Rob has labelled, that the normals are the wrong way. So yep, you can see up here that there's some normals facing the wrong way, which essentially makes them transparent in Game Engine. So it's going to be a few little tweaks like this, and there's quite a lot of assets, so I'm just going to go through them and make sure they're all polished up, so hopefully Rob can put them back in and they all look good in game. Okay, so just a quick update. Bit of a change of plan. I ended up working on the bonus book image to promote the Kickstarter of Skystead Ranch. This is for Cunning Pixels, and it's looking pretty good. I've just finished it off, and there was a few little tweaks that I wanted to make before finishing, as I did thought I'd finished, but it turns out the boat was off-centered. I didn't really like it. You could definitely tell when it's on a larger screen. So yeah, I'm really happy with this image. It took a little while. It's quite big, but hopefully people will appreciate that, and definitely captured what I wanted very vibrant colours, mixing the greens, the blues, and the reds of the Athena. Quite cute. I love these little shop icons. I'm glad I got those in.
Chef myself today has been mostly Cunning Pixel stuff. Starting with the Medieval DLC. This is now ready to go for Friday, so all the create testing's been finished and the achievements are all uploaded, and everything's good to go for that. But on top of that as well, we've gone ahead and made a bonus book image that Jack's just finished today. That's now in the game, it's live, the achievement works for that as well. And when you complete the image, there's a view button down here. I'm not going to press that because it is linked to Google Analytics, but this takes you to the Kickstarter page, and hopefully we'll start seeing some more follows up here. So the idea is we've added this to the game now alongside this post, and then hopefully it'll get the wider Cunning Pixel community aware of the Kickstarter campaign, because not everyone we're aware follows our Twitter or Discord. So we're adding this image to the game. This should hopefully expose the rest of the community to the Kickstarter, and we should hopefully see a result off the back of that. So the day's been spent going over the Kickstarter assets and sort of getting them looking as best as we can. So the background that Jack worked on previously in the week, I've just been going through and filling in the text. You can see there's still a bit of work to do, like there's a little slime creature up here. We want to have a similar sort of thing on all the cards, as well as that the actual text for the titles as well we want to be updating. But for the most part this is looking much better. I know Jack's been working on the background as well, making the background look a bit more filled out, so that'll be updated as well when we get there. But as well as that, I've been working on this tier breakdown. So initially it looked like this, with this decent table with the times 1, times 2, times 3, etc. But I thought I could do with a bit of sprucing up as well, so I've gone ahead and Jack created this background, and I've filled in the section with all the text and the acorns. Took quite a while to get this lined up so neatly, but I think it's looking much nicer, so definitely worthwhile. The only main thing we're looking for the rest of these is the titles. I want a consistent theme throughout for the titles, so working on that with Jack, and then start ticking these off and getting them uploaded.
So I've been hard at work on the tutorial and a couple of other cool things as well. So one of the things that I pointed out at the start of the week is that the tutorial at the top was taking up a lot of space. So what we've actually gone and done is hired someone to do a bit of voiceover acting for us, and now we're going to have that all that text as subtitles, and it's actually going to be read out and stuff like that. So it's all done from the perspective of the book that you carry around on your person, and I'll just leave it to it. Help if I had the audio on, right?
That you and your magical crook can't fix. Okay, let's get you started off with the basics. Start by stretching your legs. You know what to do. Skystead Ranch is a top-down game, but you can still look around. Look at those pixels move. Now that the boring stuff is out of the way, let's start having fun. Would you look at that? A wee skyline. I bet this Skystead was filled with all kinds of them at one time. I'll be able to tell you more if you have a closer look. Hey, open me up. I've learned some things about our visitor here. Poor thing, looks kinda sad. I don't think it'll leave the Skystead outskirts unless we make things nicer for it. Don't worry, I know just the thing.
And yeah, that's pretty much all of the acting we've actually got in at the moment. We're just doing it to sort of test out. We quite like the voice. He sounds a bit young for what we were after. Sort of like an old sage type of voice, might have been a bit better, but we're really pleased with this guy. So we think it'll be quite a good fit. Yeah, as you can see, and nothing more. I've also been working on some other stuff, which I'll just quickly skip. Lee can probably skip ahead to. Yes, a couple of things I've been working on. It now tracks when you dig holes, and it now tracks when you pick up the red cherry, and then when you actually plant it. There's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff that needed to be implemented, like this nighttime bit. So time was actually stopped up until that point, and then we forced nighttime. Then you go and investigate the billboard, just to sort of get you to walk away from where the you're likely to have planted the berry bush, and then you go back to the berry bush, and then through the magic of some bad programming, oh look, it's done. And yeah, and then basically the tutorial ends with you fulfilling the requirements for Shelly, which involves feeding him a few berries and then getting the more of the floor cleared up. So yeah, it's really good. And then after this, there'll be a whole other section where it sort of like loosens the game up a bit, and then we're gonna have a selection of 3 different creatures that you can sort of investigate afterwards. The buttontail, which is like lots of grass, the fawn, which is like lots of meadows. I can't remember the third one, Grumble probably. And yeah, the demo will open up a bit then, and then once you've done one of those, then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, so it's been quite a busy week. I've been doing a lot of work on Skystead stuff and primarily some Kickstarter stuff too. So today I'm kind of going to work on a new one, which is the I forget what it's called. I think it's the reward tiers breakdown. So this one's going to take a little while because it's quite big. As you can see, I think there's how many tiers? 15. So you can see I've already started adding in some vegetation at the top here in the exact same style as the rest of them. But it's looking pretty good. So essentially what we want to do is that we're going to have all the sort of icons in these boxes here, or the text, but we also want this tree to go all the way up the image, so that once we start hitting goals, hopefully as we go further down, more stuff will be revealed and the tree will get a bit more vibrant once we hit a goal. So the plan is, I've barely started, but you can see there's a branch coming off here. What we want to do is that when we hit a goal, maybe some flowers will sprout out to make it look a bit more vibrant. So yeah, that's the plan today. I think I'm going to do a few more Skystead fixes. I've got a big list to go through, so I tend to do a few of those in the morning, and then we're going to carry on and do some more artwork for the Kickstarter page.
Okay, so a bit of a random update. This guy arrived last week, was it? Yeah, because I was working from home, and the guys didn't show you on the devlog. So here we are. We've ordered a bunch of these cardboard cutouts, and they're for MCM. They're basically just going to decorate our booth, because this is how big the booth is going to be. So we'll have, I think, 4 we'll have until we've got Spike coming, the Chirp, and another one, the Fawn maybe. But yeah, it's quite cool. Cardboard cutout, yeah.
Lovely!
Jack.
It is Friday.
Friday, yeah. It's been
Busy
a very
week.
busy week. It's very warm this week as well. But yeah, big news this week is the Kickstarter is live. We said it should be live last week, but it is live now, so make sure you head over to the store page. The link will be down below. And follow that. I think it's called follow, notify. Make sure you're following it, just so you get notified the second it goes live. But as well as that, Wooloop, that'll be coming out next week. It's the Industry DLC. Icey's done most of the work on this one, but it's looking really good, so make sure you head over to Steam as well and check out the next Wooloop DLC, which is coming out next week.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks to all people who watched the stream that Jack did earlier. We'll be streaming every week this month, just as a wind up to the Kickstarter kickoff. All should be Skystead stuff, hopefully. Should be good. And yeah, thanks to everyone on Discord. There's been loads of Skystead chat on Discord. It's been really, really good. And thanks to patrons and woo.